Until it's cool and refreshing.
All right, give me San Fran.
Cool and refreshing. Speaking of cool and refreshing, didn't think you were going to see us tonight, did ya? Okay. It is a freestyle frothal Friday. The redoubtable one himself, Tom Izzo, calling the shot tonight, going, hey, what are you doing later? Highly questionable one was only happy to oblige. Gee, let me think. NFL.
No, apparently you already had plans, you son of a bitch.
I was hoping you'd be here, but I thought it was, weekend time.
I sent him to text, hey, any chance of a late night IDD?
Like,
what's your night look like? I'm doing IDD. I'm like,
and I would love for you to attend.
That's true.
Anyway,
glad we're here.
I'm glad we're here too. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
And happy early birthday.
Oh, yes.
To this beautiful man right here.
This aging.
5150.
5150 time. Oh, shit. By the way, good news.
You look great.
Good news, fans. I got to tell you, that colon thing, you'll never feel it.
It put you to sleep.
You feel fucking like. In fact, you didn't realize it happened. It's like, what? Huh? There was a procedure? So they've improved it.
So you didn't feel like you got a bum blasting?
No. Nothing. I felt like I went to the dentist.
Wow.
That's what it felt like. I'm like, what the fuck? And
they must have been gentle.
They said I had one of the cleanest colons they've seen in recent memory.
That's horseshit.
That's what they said.
That is
I swear it's what
they
said.
You have a clean colon? That's good.
One of the cleanest colons they've seen in recent memory.
Okay, now you're
I don't know what that means. Look, I'm like, who knows what they've seen?
Maybe they got to be conceited about your colon.
They said this to me.
I know, and you've got to.
I was stunned. I'm like, me?
I mean, considering some of the things I've seen you eat, I think it's horseshit.
My point was, no one's as full of shit as I am. How the fuck is that? So I have one of the cleanest colons. That was my point.
Look, when I get mine done, they're gonna go, we've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, sir. We have people.
It's clean now.
It's being photographed for Forbes.
It's clean now, but
yes,
you've clogged up all the sewage.
What's that? That's the bulldozer, sir.
We're getting our sump pumped.
Yes, everything is getting a cleansing now, thanks to you, sir. So we upped our 1 year checkup to today. So anyway, but anyway, this is IDD for those of you in the know. I don't disagree. Segment 1, the NBA playoffs. I'll tell you what, game 1 tonight. Oh yeah. Indianapolis and Milwaukee. That was the definition of Donatella Estefano Bruckenstein. Yes. They went back and forth. Chris Middleton turning back the clock. 42 fucking points. Holy shit. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. Lillard had 30. It wasn't like he wasn't doing anything. But Halliburton started to get back to form. Now, at Tom's point, his shot still looks fucked up. But he did finish with 20 and 15 and the game winner, which was pretty sweet.
The floater.
That was
he gets crushed. He gets crushed. Was it by Portis and Beverly?
Front and back. Oh, and how they didn't block that shot because they fucking raked him.
Well, and the guy came out to block it was 6'10". Wasn't it Bobby Portis?
I think it was. Yeah, it was a hell of a shot.
I don't know how he didn't block that shot. I thought he was going to get thrown.
Nothing but net.
Dude, Pat Bev got his ankles broke on that play.
See, that was
did you see it?
Yes, I did.
And now he recovered. He almost blocked it from behind. I'll give him credit.
The one thing about Pat Bev is he's a lot of things, but he's not a quitter.
Yeah, I mean,
the kid's relentless.
Dude, I didn't expect him to be anywhere near him.
He got back in the play.
Got a piece of
he got back in the play. He got very close.
Yeah.
So
now I think he ended up bumping him a little bit too.
Well, he got fouled from both sides. It was. I mean. But it was a hell of a shot. Made the free throw. Middleton had a shot from the baseline on the left side to tie it over a guy.
It wasn't a good shot.
No.
I mean, but they only had like one.
They didn't have a lot of time. They had like 1.4 to get it off. So he had time to take a dribble and fire it. Yeah. And that was it.
I just thought it was. So I didn't realize Middleton had scored
42
that night. So I thought it was strange that they ran Dame to the corner. Like they ran Dame to the far corner.
Yeah.
And Middleton came.
He was on fire. Like he was.
Chris?
Yeah. He was on fire.
Well, but the shot. See, the one shot I saw.
He was Kevin Durant on fire.
The one shot I saw him hit before regulation was the lucky off the glass 3. Yeah. And I was like, uh-oh.
And honestly, that was everything else he shot up was church music.
So part of that was just
he was on. He was on. That's how hot he was. Put it that way. Well, because that wasn't an easy shot.
Okay, so then I see why he took the last shot. Yeah.
So I mean, but you know, because we've said this, and he's been right before. Like, I get the guy who's, but if you got to do is got the hot hand, you got to go. You got to stick with him.
Yeah,
because he was that hot.
Yeah.
So like,
I don't blame them for that.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Now, not seeing the whole game and seeing that, I was like, why isn't it Dame?
Yeah, he sent me the text, and I'm like, I was like, he's watching this.
Yeah, and you were like, not tonight.
Not tonight. No, no. So, but again, look, it's 2-1. Milwaukee has to get one. They were in this game. They could have won it. The question is the stats. We were talking off air about Giannis. No one seems to know, and I don't even know if the team itself knows. This is something where the thing about Giannis is he's a tough cat. I think if he can stand, he'll try to play. Is that the right decision? I don't know, but the thing he and I both agree, if they go down 3-1, it's over. It's over. They're not beating this team.
Goodness.
They were 1-5 again, 1-4 during the season when Giannis was in the lineup. So they're not beating this team 3 times in a row. I don't care what anybody says. They got to win Game 4.
Yeah.
They have to win Game 4.
So they go home with a chance to go up.
Yeah. So I mean, they have to win that game. If he can stand and just rebound and just give him something, maybe they were close enough tonight. I mean, look. The reality is,
think he can do that now?
Giannis is a competitor. I believe if he could be out there, he would be. If there was any way he could be out there, he would be out there.
Yeah.
I believe that. He's a baller. And but if he can't go, he's really hurt.
Yeah.
He's really hurt. So, I don't know.
He doesn't get injured a lot, does he?
He's been pretty durable. But the thing is, when you're, we talk about 7-footers and
last
knees.
year in the playoffs, though,
yeah, he got hurt last year, too, yeah.
That was the back, wasn't it?
It was the back, yeah. The back. It wasn't the knees, it was the back. Taller people, the knees are the first thing that worry me. It's the knees first.
Back injuries are scary, though.
They are. I'm not saying they're not.
That could mean you're getting old.
Yeah, I mean, but these guys are still in their 20s, so they're not there yet. But I mean, you get 33, now you start thinking back. You know what I mean? So
Giannis is still late 20s?
He's 28 or 29. He's around the same age as Jokic.
Seems like he's been in the league forever.
Well, because they came out early. Remember that. There's no rules over there. They don't have to go to college for 3 years over there. They can come right out of. They're playing in pro league.
No, it's only 1 year.
And here it is. Yeah, but I'm saying over there, they're playing in a pro league in Europe. When Luka was playing pro ball at 15.
Yeah, but he's still got to wait a year after 18 to come. You know what I'm saying?
Which means he was 19.
Right.
So
yeah, that's very early.
I'm saying that would be 10 years basically. He's been in the league, and that's about right. So, and yet he's 28 or 29. So look, the thing is this: I think he's going to try to get on the floor when they play next. I don't know if it's Monday. I forget when they play again, but I've looked at the schedule. But they can't count on Chris Middleton getting 40 again.
No,
he hasn't done that.
And they lost.
They lost.
God, that hurts.
And Lillard had 30.
It's like, what else are they supposed to do?
No, but they can't play. The problem with neither of these teams play defense. So
I thought Lopez and Portis. Well, I forgot. Holiday's gone.
That
changed them.
Holiday changed everything. He was the point man. They can't guard the perimeter. Holiday was the guy that kept the guards in front of him. Nobody else can do that on that team. Yeah. They're so weak. They brought in Pat Bev to do that. Pat Bev's 34. This isn't Pat Bev at 28. Pat Bev at 28.
Not lockdown Pat Bev.
Yeah, this isn't lockdown Pat Bev anymore. This is more reputation than anything else. But so anyway, they Indianapolis prevailed. Game 2, fucking Clippers. I don't know what the fuck.
That was weird.
They started out
game 2.
They're down 2-1 now.
Oh, game 3. Okay.
It was weird. The Clippers started out hot, good.
Harden was hitting.
He was early, and then
he looked good.
In the second quarter, Dallas just passed him, like a rabbit going by a fucking toy. Just passed him, and they never really got back other than 8 or 10 the rest of the night.
They started going down low.
Yeah,
and Luka got hot.
Yeah, Luka would eventually get hot. Dallas has added defenders in the back end and guys that can finish, which makes Luka and Kyrie's game that much better. So, most people predicted. Dallas before that series. We predicted LA in 7. Now it can still go 7 because if LA wins,
we picked Clippers.
We both picked them in 7.
That's not happening.
If they win Game 4, it will.
Oh, if the but God, they look so uninspired tonight.
So, I don't understand.
What was that all about?
I don't know. They were ahead. They looked pretty good, and then all of a sudden it was like, what the fuck happened to you?
You could even see on the court. Did you see those times where Harden was yelling at them because nobody was rotating over to the corner?
Yeah. I don't know what was going on.
Like they were yelling at each other like they weren't running the plays. Like
they weren't rotating.
That can't be happening.
Yeah, not in the playoffs it can't. Not against a team like this that can shoot.
The
Mavericks can shoot.
And when you think about Harden, Westbrook.
Yep.
You got too many vets for your team.
I mean, Westbrook was trying to beat Luka up, and he kind of was. Yeah. I mean, he was throwing. Luka was whining like a bitch too. I mean, I wasn't when he texted me. I hadn't seen the game. I was watching the NFL draft, and then I turned him on. I'm like, what the fuck? And he wasn't kidding. I was like,
every fucking play. This is all you see.
Yeah.
Every guy on the court turns around and goes like this.
He looked at the ref or the scores every fucking play,
and everybody mirrors him. Yeah. His whole team mirrors him.
They do. They do. And
everybody's review it.
It's just it's a bad look. It really
oh my
is.
God, it's just too much.
It's like I get, when you go into the lane and I get that. But every fucking time someone puts their hand on you, come on, Luke, it's the NBA. Knock it off.
Dude, every now and then, if an egregious call, say something.
Yeah, I get it. But every fucking possession.
Did you see any of the clips of Embiid?
Yeah. He was
shooting a three and then stomping his feet?
Yeah, he was.
He was a toddler the other night.
Yeah, he was.
He was a fucking toddler. He threw a tantrum. He flagrantly fouled a guy.
He should have been thrown out.
He should have been tossed.
He should have been thrown out.
He was the biggest
You saw the play. Everybody's seen this play by now, and every expert agreed that was flagrant too. Everyone said it. Jay Williams, fucking Stephen A. Smith, Mike. I heard them all today that he should.
There's no way to rationalize it not.
No. And the fact that they kept him in was a bad sign. Because it sets a bad precedent. Because here's the problem. If someone else does that, you can't throw them out. You didn't throw him out.
How do you throw him out?
Yeah, how do you throw him out?
Dude, I've been thinking about that all day.
Look, I am all for physical play. That was dirty.
It was real dirty.
That wasn't physical. Mm-hmm. That was dirty. Know the difference, America. Okay? I have no problem with physical play. It is the playoffs. That, he tried to hurt that kid.
Dude, but you know what really makes it bad? Then you turn around and play victim in the press conference.
Yeah, I was trying to defend myself last time I got stepped on. I'm like,
what are you talking? He wasn't coming down on you.
He wasn't even, he was flat-footed.
And you pulled him down on you.
It was terrible. That was a lamest excuse. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
He's in the air trying to shoot. You pull his feet down and then push him. What? That's not protecting.
You're lucky he didn't get up and slug you. Like,
exactly.
Fucking, you kidding me?
I wish he had.
I wish he had too, because he should have.
He should have.
He deserved it.
That was a time to fight.
Yep. Because you could have hurt him.
Yeah.
And he had no one. He was stepping on you. He was flat-footed.
And then
that was lame. When he said that, I'm like, come on, man.
That. He wasn't.
Do you understand the whole world is looking at that tape and seeing what happened, what you did?
Yeah, it's just like I had a lot of respect for him, how he was playing hurt.
I did
lost
too.
All respect.
I've lost it all in the last 2 games.
That's done.
The whining has been terrible.
The whining.
It's like
and then he did a leg flail. He kicked Mitchell Robinson in the nuts later in the game. Mm-hmm. Okay, and he did. Draymond would have been fucking suspended for 3 weeks for this shit.
Here's where and again, and this is why I always refer back to the glory days. Bird, Magic, and Michael after a game never blame the refs. I never heard any one of those three ever. Patrick Ewing, never. None of them. Robinson, Elijah, none of them ever blamed the officials after a game. They may argue in the game overcall. That's fine, but when the game was over, they never blamed the officials. They never said, "Well, you need to." No, it was all about what we didn't do. They would actually give their opponent credit.
Dude, remember how rare it used to be? So, like when somebody did blame the refs in a press conference,
it was very rare.
It was like a big deal.
It was a big deal because it never happened.
Right. And there were big fines.
It never fucking happened. Yeah. And the thing was, it was just, can't stand it. I mean, so this generation, I should have, you called it. He did call it the other night. LeBron and Embiid the other night set the tone for this. Yeah. They really did. And it's fucking pathetic. And it's just, I can't stand it.
But here's my thing, okay? You're the NBA, all right? And just because a couple of fucking stars are bitching, you don't give them their fucking way.
No, you don't.
That's horse shit.
No, you don't.
And if you are the refs association or whoever the fuck runs that,
yeah,
how fucking weak can you be? You missed a foul call at the end of game 2. Anybody can see it. You might have missed a couple. That doesn't mean that now we change the way we call the game. No.
And David Stern. The one thing about David Stern is another reason why this never happens because he fined the fuck out of whoever did it. You complain about the rest of David Stern, find the fucking shit out of you. This was no $10,000 donation. No, he fucking get $50,000, $75,000.
Now with the money they're making,
no, it had to be more. But back in the day, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So but he would hit you where it hurt. Yeah. He's like, you kidding me? You get to play a kid's game and you're a superhero. Shut the fuck up. But David Stern was right about that.
But see, I'll say this. So, I'm less mad about him not getting tossed. I'm more mad that he just the fact that he did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say we should have won because he should have been tossed. I'm also not going to say we lost because the refs called the game differently.
No.
We lost. We didn't play good enough defense, especially in the third quarter. We let them run rampant.
Yeah, they got hot.
They hit all these threes.
Yeah.
We were over pursuing. We were leaving open shooters. You know, and it got away from us. But I'm just pissed the fact that Joel Embiid's bitch ass is just that dirty. That just pisses me off that he did that.
He's one of the best basketball players in the world. And
you're doing
when
that?
you say something like that,
fucking weak.
No bueno. No bueno. So
I hope the Knicks beat that ass.
They play. Are they Sunday at 3? Or
Sunday at 1.
At 1. Okay.
It's old school Knicks Sunday playoff.
That's pretty cool. 1 o'clock. So we'll be looking out for that one.
It'll be tough without Mitchell Robinson, though.
It will be. It will be tough because you'd like to have that two-headed monster.
Yeah,
this guy.
The one thing we said going into this series was they have bodies they can throw at Embiid.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
You need to run them down and look. The Knicks got to get. And again, the other thing is they got to get out and start running again. You know, they got to make this guy try to keep up. So, however injured he may or may not be, and again, that's up for debate. Now he dropped 50. Oh, he's fucking Superman. But he ain't that fucking hurt. Okay? He ain't that fucking hurt. I'm sorry, he ain't that hurt. So,
after every game.
Yeah. Every game. Oh, my. You just don't understand the pain. Shut the fuck up.
I got to protect myself in those situations.
Willis Reed was fucking hurt. Okay? He was fucking hurt. Okay? No. Okay, so anyway, Kevin McHale was fucking hurt. Okay, he was broken. He was in a fucking air cast. He was fucking hurt. Okay, this guy, no. Okay, so I don't want to hear that shit anymore. That doesn't fly. This guy's averaging 40. Get the fuck out of here. It's fucking something. He's Superman. If he was that fucking good, they wouldn't have lost a game if he was healthy. Because if he's doing this injury, he'd score 100 if he was healthy. Give me a fucking break. Like when he was healthy, they were in second place. The Celtics had bitch slapped him. No. And he was healthy. Don't give me this shit. Fucking.
I really hope they come out and play with intensity because
they will.
I know. That game, it felt like Philly was more intense than that.
Philly was the desperate team.
I know, but the way the Knicks are built, they should go in there feeling desperate too.
Look, they were. He had his best playoff game ever of his career. 50 points.
Oh, yeah.
And you were in that game. Okay, so it's not like you can't hang with them. You saw his A++ game. That's the best he can play. Okay, and you guys were in that game. So to me, that's how if I'm Thibodeau, and I'm sure he's already said this, look, you just took their best punch. You were right there.
Yeah.
If we did a couple things differently, okay, who the hell knows what would happen?
Well, we were talking about at the end of the game when they were down, what, was it 12 or 10, and Brunson had turned it over
They had a chance to get it to 6 or 4. Whatever. He had back-to-bad turnovers. Bad for him. And he was having a hell of a game otherwise. Yeah. Those 2 plays really flipped the game. And, again, you got to – this is the thing about basketball. Mistakes are inevitable. It's the team that can minimize them. Because everybody's going to make them. The game's too fast. You got to minimize it. And those were not Brunson-like mistakes.
No.
They were not. So – but the thing is, at least he got his shot back. He was on his game.
Yeah, he did.
He was much better, and he looked like he was getting comfortable. That's a good thing, okay? So, because he didn't look comfortable the first 2 games.
Yeah.
He looked rushed.
He did, and still at times, like the end of the game, he didn't look comfortable.
No.
So it kind of ebbed and flowed on him a bit.
But I think he's coming out of it.
Yeah,
and to me, that's a good sign. I got to say, there's no way Embiid's going to do that again.
I hope you're right, man.
He won't do it again.
See, these 3-day breaks are helping him.
Yeah, they are. They are helping him, but they also should be helping the Knicks because at the end of the day, the Knicks are the deeper team.
Well, not without Mitchell Robinson.
No, that's one guy. But the thing is, look, DiVincenzo has to. He has to.
He was a disappearing act last game.
He's got to be better.
I don't think he scored 10 points.
I don't think he did either.
I want him shooting confidently.
He needs to. They need his shot.
He had that dunk.
Yep.
Do you remember that fucking monster dunk?
Nice. It was filthy.
And,
Italian.
And he's the one that told Embiid he was a bitch for doing what he did, which I appreciate.
Which he was right.
Yeah. But next game, I really hope he's looking for a shot.
Well, he's got to get into a rhythm because if he does that, the floor opens up more.
Yeah.
And so, especially for OG and for Brunson to get to the basket.
Yeah.
So, they need his jump shot. They do.
And I also want his defense because that was something. That's why I wanted him back in the game during the game that he won.
Yeah.
He was playing really tough defense.
Yeah, he was. Oh, shit. By the way, as we're talking to you, Donnybrook out in the desert there in Phoenix, 47-44 Minnesota. Over Phoenix, 5:39 to go in the first half. Game 3, Phoenix needs this or it's over.
Mike Conley Jr. just banged a 3 to break the tie.
Mike Conley Jr. has been around a long time. People forget why.
Is it 15 years?
Yeah, 15 years. He was with that team with Greg Oden Oden got hurt, the big man, who was supposed to be Ohio State. They lost in the national championship game, and him and Oden were both freshmen.
Who did they lose to? Duke or somebody?
Who was it? I don't remember. It was 2005? No, 7. 2007, I think. I forget who it was. But
no, they're with the Brian's with the
Scatinos, yeah. So.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Miss those cats, man.
Yeah, miss those two. And Livy too. We miss you. Yes. So anyway, the thing is, look, Embiid gave him his best punch. I still don't think the Knicks have played their A game yet, and I would expect to see it in Game 4 because the Knicks know 3-1 this series is over. All I do is get one.
Yeah,
just get one. It's over. It's over in 5. Philly has to win Sunday. They have to win. They're not going to win, but they're not going back to New York and winning if they're down 3-1. They're not. So you'll break them. I don't care what fucking Embiid says. So we'll see what happens with that. The Celtics play tomorrow at 6. We will not be watching. At least I won't be. I'm not ruining my birthday dinner with that bullshit. The backlash has been swift. It has been relentless, and it has been warranted. So, as my brother somebody close to me the other day said they better not lose another fucking game in this series. Gentlemen, better be a gentleman sweep. Better be a gentleman sweep. That's it. You don't lose a game in the series, Missoula. You think you feel heat now? Lose tomorrow. See what happens. So you'll literally incite a riot. Fucking don't do it. Don't do it. So, Tatum basically said, or actually Jaylen Brown said. I don't know if you heard this.
Florida.
Huh?
Florida beat them. It was the repeat Florida.
Oh, the Florida team, yeah, with
Joe Kim.
Al Horford.
Al
Horford, yeah.
Who was the third? Or was it just Joe Kim?
Scott Brewer. Corey Brewer, the wing, the 6'8" wing guy. Yeah, they were loud. Who
were the guards on that team? Do you know? Were they big names?
There was another one who was good. There was 4 of them. Don't remember them all, but that team was for real.
Yeah,
they were for real. That was Billy Donovan, who then went to the pros too. Florida was filthy back then. Oh man. Yeah, Conley's been around 15 years. He's legit. He's one of the quietest. Quietly had a great career, and he stays low key. And he's always been in a lot of small markets, but that kid's an all time talent. He can play.
Conley?
Yeah, he can play.
Yeah. Lefty too.
Yeah, I love him. I always loved his game. I wish the Celtics would have got him, but they didn't stink enough. They had made that was when they made the deal for Ray Allen and Garnett. That was that same year. And so no, we weren't getting our hands on him.
Dude, who's the short lefty that I like?
For who?
Who I always compare Brunson to.
For
play
who?
with the Raptors.
The short lefty.
Damon
Stoudemire.
Damon Stoudemire. Yeah.
He was nasty too.
The lefty.
He was
short though, wasn't he? He was under 6 feet.
He was like 5'11". Yeah, he was tough. Mike Bibby was the other one. Arizona. He was a stud too. He was short.
West Coast guards.
West Coast guards, man. They were bad. They were badass back in the day. But anyway, so the Celtics need to win tomorrow, and they need to win big. Porzingis, there was one encouraging thing that came out of this. The bad thing was Jaylen Brown saying that, look, they have a great coach, and you saw it.
He said that.
So they're obviously very well. He said they're obviously a very well coached team, and tonight was an example of that. That's a bad thing to say
for Missoula.
It's true.
I know.
Jaylen Brown is 100% right in saying
but okay. But here's my thing. So you're smart enough to know you're getting out coached, but not smart enough to not get out coached.
They didn't adjust.
But that's what I'm saying. So is he saying he's throwing his coach under the bus?
He was complimenting Spoelstra. Well, backhandedly telling his coach, hey, donkey, you need to pick it up. Because that's really what he was saying. He's like, hey, Joe, enough. Like, what the fuck you doing?
Okay, but so Joe needs to tell him to stop shooting threes or tell him to make free throws?
I think it was the defensive, whatever that was. I think it was more that than anything else.
Okay, so whatever they had them in wasn't. But I mean, can't you go to your coach and say, dude, this isn't fucking working?
I don't know. Look at it. I'm not there.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
I don't know. But
I guess
my
I'm
thing
just
is,
questioning why.
This was the first. I'll tell you what. It was refreshing because the first time a fucking player actually said something. Because no one ever.
That seemed honest.
That seemed honest. Because he wasn't like what he said was 100% true.
Yeah.
And maybe after a year and so many losses to teams that are inferior, maybe he's sick of it. Again, Jaylen Brown's in the locker room. I'm not. Now, the problem with Jaylen Brown calling him out is Jaylen Brown can't shoot free throws to save his fucking life.
That's what I mean.
So the problem is, but the thing is, Jason Tatum won't do it. He's too fucking nice.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to say it.
So regardless of who did it, you feel like maybe
somebody had to say
maybe it kind of wakes
somebody had to say it. And Jaylen Brown backhandedly said it as politically correct as he could say it. He complimented that guy so much that the question, well, shit, what does that mean?
Yeah, what's up? So
believe me, that was no accident. That was no accident. He did that on purpose because that's what he wanted everybody to think. But he didn't say it, so it's plausible deniability, basically. So the thing is this. It's a smart tactic, and Missoula should take note of it. Because Missoula seemed to think in the postgame that their rotations were fine. And then Jaylen Brown comes out and says that about the other coach. So anyway, there seems to be a disagreement somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but they better hash it out quick. And the thing that was encouraging was what Kristaps Porzingis said. This to me was the one thing that kind of brought me back to earth today, because Porzingis did. He basically said, "This was my fault. I sucked. I got pushed around. I didn't. He
said that.
Yeah, he said I got pushed around. I didn't get physical back. I'm going to respond to this. I ain't taking this laying down."
Okay.
I fucking love that he said that. He came out. He took her. He said it was my fault.
He really said he got pushed around.
Yeah.
I love that.
He said I didn't do my. I played like shit. He's like I think it was 1 for 9, whatever it was.
Okay, but that mean if you do it again, I don't give a fuck if you say.
The point is, he actually took accountability.
No, that's cool.
He said I played like shit. He's like I have to respond to this. He's like they're gonna get physical. I get physical back with him, and he's right. So at least he said, not.
All I'm saying is now he's got to go out there and do it.
Well, I'm surprised he even said that. So because the Celtics don't say that. I mean, Jason Tatum did.
Somebody said that Porzingis is usually honest in interviews.
Well, he was, and that was refreshing.
I actually heard.
So, but the thing is, here's the problem: Jason Tatum, what he said. This is why I said he needs to get mad, because he said, he's like, look, this is the playoffs. He's like, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. He's like, we have a history with this team going back, especially a lot in recent years. I mean, almost like we should have expected this. No, Jason, we shouldn't have expected it, because they're missing Jimmy fucking Butler, who was the guy who put his foot up your ass. Mm. And to boot, they were missing Terry Rozier, who's 20 points a game. So no, we shouldn't expect it, because they don't have the manpower to do it if you show up. And so when he says that, if Jimmy Butler and Rozier are out there, okay, I can buy that. Mm-hmm. But when 44 points a game is snatched from your lineup, and your opponent has the number one offense in the game, what the no, fuck, number 2 defense in the game on top of it, no. The Miami Heat hit 23 3-pointers in a game. The Miami Heat shot 53% from the 3-point for an entire game. Let me ask you a question.
And they can't shoot.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know how many times in the Heat's history they've done this?
0.
Mm-hmm. And 2 of their best scorers weren't in the fucking lineup. Mm. And the team they did it to is rated number 2 in defense. Gee, Tatum, well, we should have expected this. No one expected it. So do me a favor. Beat them by 40 tomorrow, because no one expects that either. In any event. We're going to take a break, segment 1. Segment 2, we're going to talk NFL draft. Okay, Giants, Patriots through 3 picks. We're going to take a look at those picks off air again. I know he probably knows 1 or 2 of his. And we're going to assess what we think if the team has at least addressed or went after the needs so far. Segment 2 coming right up. Paul, also, Mets, Red Sox. We'll save it for the segment. But I can promise you there are 2 unhappy people right now. Okay, so we'll save it for segment 2.